Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins, and by that I mean Bitcoin, but we're going to look at Phantom, FTM, okay? Because a lot of people talk about bots on my channel and in my Telegram chat, and asking me which ones I'm going to set up next. Now I did say yesterday that this is the one I was looking to set up, CRV to BNB, looking for a big move on there, and then probably a retracement. So we're looking to play a range, basically buying and selling within this range. So set that up last night at what was my grid range here? 149. So actually all the way down here is where the bottom zone was, all the way up to 190 with a trailing up, which has basically expanded the grid, as we can see. So it's basically gone all the way up, lots of buys and lots of sells all the way up. So now I'm looking for a retracement, but obviously this one, this one does look like a fair, decent call, and obviously I loaded up a lot on spot on this one. If you're part of my Patreon channel, I mentioned this, I think at the weekend or just before, saying that I'm looking for a breakout on this one. And it looks like we've got that breakout. Now this breakout is likely to continue, but with a bit of volatility, which is why I'm looking to have it as a bot as well as a spot trade. I want to see this one go all the way back up, revisiting its most recent highs, basically all the way up, back up at these levels, which might sound ridiculous, but that's what I'm looking for. But also, when it comes to buying and selling on this grid, it's also going to be profitable on that as well. But that is that one. Now we're going to look at Phantom, because if I were to set a bot up now, I might be doing the same with Phantom. I don't have any more money in my bot account. I'm quite happy with the bots I've got. They're running quite well. But if I were to set one up, this one looks like it could be okay. So the bottom being around this level, and if they were to retrace from where we are at right now, all the way down to the bottom, it's a 30%, 32, 33% move all the way down. So that's not a good look for anything. However, if you do have bots in here, you'd be able to enjoy the ride down, because every ride down is likely to have a bounce back up. Now we do have a golden cross on the 4 hourly here. All that is reasonably bullish. We've come down to test these exponentials, and it looks like we're looking for a kind of a breakout. At the moment, we've got a range that's being played out above the 200 exponential and the green 50 of 17% to the up, with what would probably be about 3% to the down. Maybe not from the price action we are about here. It's about 5.5% down. So a range all the same, a range to be played until what I would expect to see would be a breakout. So let's have a look at some of these other indicators. Daily's got a buy signal on it, and all that, it might not be the strongest buy signal you've ever seen, but it is still a buy signal. We've got buys on a 4 hourly. We've got buys on the hourly. We've got buys on the half hourly. We've got buys on the 15-minute. And I think you get the picture. We've got buys all over the place. So I'm not saying that this is a definite. There's nothing out there which is a definite, because we have to look at everything through the lens of Bitcoin, which, to be honest with you, although it's had a very nice pump, I'm not entirely convinced it's ready to make a new all-time high until it can flip 40,000 to a support. And I know that by the time we flip 40,000, we might have already basically been halfway, if not already, because it could happen quite quick, to a new all-time high. So I suppose it's not a very useful thing for me to say, I want to see it flip. But what I mean is, I don't want to see it rejected at 40, because if things get rejected at 40, it does cast a dark shadow over the whole crypto market, in the event that this is basically not a dead cat bounce, but a bounce all the same, but not a reversal, and we may end up coming back down again. So I'm yet to be convinced about that. So while we look at that, we can also look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, which is trickling down ever so slightly, but it's still well within the in the center of this new range that we've got to play in, from around 67.5 to all the way up to, I suppose, 73. So we're in the middle of the range, trickling down. So there is power in altcoins at the moment, but the alt season, in my mind, we can't really call it an alt season particularly until this breaks down, and we can prepare for an alt season all over again once we take out these levels. That would mean that alts are suffering to Bitcoin, but it also means that their rotation is likely to begin again. So looking at Phantom, I like it for what it is. I like it for a bot trade, and if we were to recover to where we were at our most recent high, that's a very significant move. It's 125% to the up, with a possible 33%, I think, was it 33% risk to the down. Now these sort of moves don't happen overnight, even though CRV did more or less do 40% overnight. So I set my bot up and I woke up and it was close to 40% up during that period. So there's risk involved with any trade. I wouldn't advise you to do any trade, but if I were to set up a new bot, which I don't really have the capacity to at the moment, but if I were to do it, I think Phantom to Binance coin might be a decent one. The liquidity on it isn't great, but it's not bad either. It's not the worst. When we look at the 24-hour trading volume on this, 782 Binance coins have gone through this asset in the last 24 hours, but that would, I expect, increase once the breakout starts to happen. When we get a breakout, we're going to get more volatility, and that's what the bot wants to trade. You'll have to grid, if this is something you're looking to do, you'll have to look at your own grids appropriately. Where do you think it's likely to come down to? Where do you think it's likely to go up to? And if you want to have a trading up mechanism on, which means that it will go up. So just a brief example of that. This is my CRV. We'll go on I suppose on a 4 hour. This happened also very fast. So I set my bot up down here, and basically, overnight it's rallied. And because I had the trailing up set on, this is my upper price, which would have been only here. This is all I wanted to see this range get played out for a little bit more. I knew there was going to be a breakout, which is why I used the classic bot rather than the S bot. But I knew there'd be a breakout, but I didn't expect it to happen by the time I woke up in the morning. So what this means is I had my upper price set at here. This is where my top grid was, but because I had the trailing up on, it means that the bot was able to manage readjusting these grids appropriately to fit the breakout in, and then these will be appropriately bought back down at these levels, and then back up again and back down again. So we've moved out of this range, which is the range I was looking to play within, and now we're in this range instead, and the bot has adjusted the grids appropriately. So thank you for that, bot. And if you want to know more, there's links below. If you want to join my Patreon, there's a link for that below. I'll be doing a live stream tonight, so you can ask me any questions about charts, bots, coins, anything, so long as it's relevant, I suppose, to cryptocurrency. But you do need to be a Patreon member to join that live stream. It's exclusive to Patreon members. So all the links below. But I do have a Telegram chat for free, so you can join that. But I find it difficult to respond to people on there. If you're part of my Patreon, I do obviously get back to you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.